I never chopped down last week's video.
Oof. Oh well.
Let's try him.
I was gonna say it's not live yet.
It's
There
live.
it goes. Yeah. Turn it the hell down.
I pressed the lock button on my browser. There we go.
Alright, we're in. Alright. Who's running it to this week?
I thought it would be you.
I'm running. Oh shit.
You're in the Des Rocs merge.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you're in the
I love
merge.
all the shit. Alright. Welcome to the Album Book Club podcast. This week we are reviewing Dream Machine by Des Rocs. Yep. This album dropped today, so we got access to it at fucking midnight, and I know I ran it like 5 times, I think.
I listened to this album about 30 minutes ago.
I reviewed this album on my lunch break today.
I've listened to it 3 times.
All right, so I guess we'll start with the top 3, and we'll run the normal system. I don't think I have any songs to push to the end, like Chumbawamba. So yeah, my top 3 was In the Night, I Am the Lightning, and Natural Born Thriller.
My top 3 is basically the same but reordered. My number 1 was Natural Born Thriller, In the Night, and then it was I Am the Lightning.
My top 3 was I had Bad Blood, I Am the Lightning, and Natural Born Thriller.
Oh, I'm the other one out today. My number 1 is In the Night. My number 2 is Bad Blood, and my number 3 was Dream Machine.
That's an interesting addition there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll go straight into the individual songs now. Not gonna wait too long to hear.
We're not going to do the bottom one
Dream
first.
Machine fight.
We're going to do the bottom one first.
You're right. Wish this was more fluid, because this would have been funny. My bottom song was Dream Machine.
Okay.
And I have reasons that I'll get to when we review the song. Yeah.
I'm on the same track as Connor again. My bottom song was Dream Machine.
Oh.
My bottom song is Nowhere Kid.
Yeah, my bottom song was White Gold.
Interesting.
I'll get to my reasons later.
Yeah. So yeah, first song, Dream Machine. I did not have a problem with this song, except for the intro went on for I felt like too long. The part where it's not a song and it's him talking.
The minute and a half of talking at the start of the song.
Yep. I think if it was just the song at the end, it would have been a great way to start off this album, and not that it's not a great way to start this album off, but I just didn't think it needed a minute and a half of not the song before it got to the song. And I gave this one a 7.5 out of 10, because I still like the song after. Sorry, Logan.
I ended up liking the song too. My only gripe is that minute and a half at the beginning. It kind of feels like with this album he was trying to go for a story and trying to make it a full journey, and I feel like he was trying to start it by doing that, and I give him props. It's a kind of like unique thing, I guess, to just talk. But one of my favorite albums is just talking with music in the background, so it didn't really distract so much for me.
I don't fight this motherfucker.
Slam poetry, come on now. I give it an 8 out of 10. And it is still my bottom song. My bottom song only got an 8 out of 10.
I'm so fucked.
Oh, God.
Now, mind you, I will preface this. It's not my kind of music the whole way through this album. And I ranked the songs that were mine accordingly. I gave this song a 5 out of 10. And yeah, it's the minute and a half, damn it. I thought this song was over, and then it wasn't over. I looked at my phone. I was like, "Oh, sweet, the song changed." No, it's like a 3.5 minute long song with 2 minutes of music.
Yeah, well, I gave the song an 8 out of 10, and I liked the talking intro.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you liked about it?
I didn't have a problem with the talking intro. I just thought that was the whole song.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair complaint. I'm not going to deny that, but no, it's. I like the build up. I like the 1.5-minute build up to the actual like music part. I don't know. It tickled my fancy this week. I'll be real.
My fancy, he said.
I will say that probably is how he's gonna start his shows on his next couple tours.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he did for the last one, where he had
Also,
MMC, I think, started it with like 5 minutes of the same thing on loop, but that was at a show, and that's not in the actual song.
yes.
Yeah.
I also love MMC. It's my favorite Des Rocs song.
It's
We'll
okay.
also say, I feel like I need to preface some of my background with Des Rocs on this one because it's very interesting. So, Connor and Carson, I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction.
Not
Probably
even close.
not.
Nope.
Not even close. Okay.
He pointed off
Anyways,
screen.
you know who they are at this point, hopefully. But anyways, Connor and Carson are like, hey, you want to go see this guy, Des Rocs, for me with us? I'm like, in Nashville? Like, it's like a 4-hour drive, and we're going to spend $100 on a hotel a piece? And it's like, yeah, I don't know who this MF is, but I'll go. That is my experience with Des Rocs, and that's why it's like, damn, that's crazy.
I believe that's also how I brought Carson in.
Yeah, you just randomly were like, hey, I want to check out this guy in Columbus.
Well, it was more, I knew him, and then First in Flight was going to be there.
Oh, yeah, I
was
remember.
going anyway, so...
First in Flight hooked me on that show, yeah.
Wow.
And then you
Yeah,
got me
oh, I
listening
know.
to Dez.
And
We haven't
Logan's
had
got no
we haven't had a show
backstory.
come around to bring Logan to yet.
To say all I know about Des Rocs is I got a message that said we're listening to this album, and then we put it in the wheel, and then I listen to the album, and he interacts with our podcast, so he's always a fam and a welcomed person on the pod.
will say, my initial interaction with Des was, holy shit, I didn't know you existed 20 minutes ago. You're fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, if Logan, if you don't know, we kind of met him last time we saw him.
Carson almost
Yeah,
killed
yeah.
Carson
him.
almost knocked into him.
That was crazy. I turned around, he was just there. Like, I almost just ran straight into him.
Carson runs into him, and I look over, I'm like, is that fucking him? Then he turns
Yeah,
out,
we
oh,
all had
shit.
that moment where it was like, "That. Oh shit, that's Dez!"
I'm
Is that
sitting
the guy?
there at the... Yeah, I'm like, I see him walk by as I'm at the bar getting a drink, as, you know, in typical Ethan fashion.
Yeah, alright. I Am the Lightning. The song was the last pre-release song, came out a couple weeks ago, and was featured in the 3rd episode of the podcast as my song of the day. I think of the pre-release songs, this one was the strongest, and it still fucks even after the album came out. And I usually have a rule where I won't rank a pre-release song in my top 3, but this one made the cut. So yeah, I gave this one a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, it's also a 9 out of 10. I think the song fucks. It's got great entry to it. It feels like a nice progression of his music.
I think this is the side of Des Rocs you show people. In all honesty,
That's fair.
if you were to sit someone down, I think this would be the song you would show them. Because it's the perfect middle of the ground, like halfway rock, halfway his sound. You know, like it's that perfect meld. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. I was like half asleep at the start of this album, and this was like, I woke up for this, and then I remembered I had to be on the podcast in about 20 more minutes. So.
I gave I Am the Lightning a 7 out of 10. I really do think it's a really good song. I think it's a very motivational song in the way like the lyrics are expelled throughout the song. I really couldn't find the right words for a second. I also think Des like vocals here really like make a huge standout. He's always had like super, I don't know, just energetic vocals. Like you can tell he pours his heart and soul into the music.
Yeah, and 3 of us know that firsthand from the live show.
Yes.
We'll get him when
Yes.
he comes back around. We'll all 4 go.
That MFB spinning. Bro, this dude got crazy stage presence.
Yeah, you
Oh,
think
Oh,
we'll get
yeah.
you think we'll get backstage passes on account of how much we mute ride him on the fucking
You
podcast?
might.
Listen, before the next Des Rocs show, we still gotta make the shirts that say I'm not gay, but Des Rocs is Des Rocs.
Printful exists. You can make that shirt whenever you want.
Is this
I know.
when I just like learn a Des Rocs song on guitar and be like, "Yo, can I just play?"
You should
Yeah,
We'll get foot-
Fuck it.
we get footage
it.
for the podcast.
It's like, hey, yo, that's MF Logan.
Alright,
MF Logan.
MF Logan.
yeah,
It's like
MF Doom.
Doom.
Next up, White Gold. I really like this song. I think where it's placed on the album is pretty good. I give it an 8.5, and I don't really have that much else to say about it.
Yeah, I'm along the same lines. I really liked this song. This is another one where it's kind of like you can really hear the soul in his voice and like his passion for his music. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I have literally 0 notes for this song, which is kind of scary.
What's that mean, man?
So
What you mean by that?
that means it was just okay. So I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave White Gold a 5 out of 10. I just thought it was average. I don't know. I want to say somewhat though. Like I felt like shit for 90% of the day today, and I felt like shit while listening to this album. So maybe my head wasn't in it all the way when I was listening to this song quite yet, and so maybe I like misreviewed the song. But I gave it a 5 out of 10 because it just really didn't hit special for me. I'm like, it's all right. It's a good song. I'd listen to it again, but it's not anything crazy for me.
That's fair. Next up is Nowhere Kid. When this song first came out, I believe... No, this wasn't the first one. This is the second one that dropped pre-released. And when it came out, I was like, alright, it's fine. And since then, it's grown on me a little more. So I ended up giving this one an 8 out of 10. But when it first dropped, it probably would have been around a 6.5, maybe a 7, but maybe lower too. I did not love this song when it came out.
I had the opposite reaction when it first came out. I liked it, and I still like it now. It has an 8. There's something about Des songs in general that I really like. I really like his sound. So a lot of my comments are just going to sound the exact same. You know, I like his music in general. I'm sorry I'm dick riding him, but
No need
I
to
mean-
be apologetic. He's our friend now.
yeah, I mean, he just makes good music. I can't recommend him enough to anybody who likes rock, really.
I'm gonna get lit up. I gave this song a 4 out of 10,
You're stupid.
and it was not even like I liked
God
the
damn.
background of it. I could not get into the vocals one bit at all.
Your ears don't work.
No, they do
They
work.
really don't. They really don't. I'm convinced.
For literally whatever reason. Like, it's maybe just because, like, in my mind, this going into it was supposed to be, like, a sad song. And the vocals didn't, the vocals to me didn't go with the background music. It might have just been a preconceived notation. I need to listen to it again, but I try and do, like, a one and done listen, because that's the name of the game here. But I just, for whatever reason, could not get into it. But I think 90% of that wasn't my taste in a song. So obviously I'm not going to fall in love with it.
But it should be your taste.
Fair. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Carson here on this one. Except I rated it lower. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
You're also a fool.
Yeah. Listen, you guys know firsthand that like Des isn't like my go-to music taste, and you know I like Des Rocs a lot as well, though. So I have my opinions of him are very different. I'm not a Des Rocs meat writer, not yet at least. I don't know.
You'll
Maybe
get
when
there.
if he drops a metalcore album, then probably.
The
Oh,
bottom
boy.
half of the screen is definitely Meat Riders.
Yeah.
I
But
can't help it
anyways,
that I'm a bottom.
never
And that's going in the reel.
mind.
Good.
Yeah, but no, I gave Nowhere Kid a 7 out of 10. I like the vibe of the song a lot, actually. Kind of reminded me of like a more upbeat version of Radiohead's Creep. In a weird way. I don't know. It's just I don't know how else to describe it. It's
It's
just,
an interesting comparison.
Yeah.
it is an interesting comparison. It's just, I think, I don't know. It's just like the sound, like the music itself, and like outside of Des' vocals, it just like reminded me of that. And Des' vocals obviously shine through yet again, in my opinion. I like the lyrics a lot too, and so like they kind of played into that a lot. Which I don't know. Maybe give them to listen side by side, see if I'm crazy or not. Which there's a good chance I'm fucking crazy. You don't know who I am.
Valid. So yeah,
Fucking
next
nuts.
up is Never Ending Moment. This song was the first pre-release song from this album, and I think it did a really good job of getting me at least, hyped for the album.
You can say us, Connor.
Yeah,
Me
us.
and you.
Us, the two people who...
The bottoms.
I'm pretty sure when we saw them live, this dropped like that week.
It did.
I do remember.
Yeah, we heard this
I
live
do
like,
remember.
a couple days before it went out.
Yeah, that was
And
crazy.
So yeah, that might...
No, they went live the next day.
You might be right, yeah. No, because we
The
didn't drive
big
home.
listen-
We would have driven home to it.
I
Yeah,
thought we
would've.
did.
It was... I don't think we did.
It was like the week after. It was really close though.
But yeah, it was really close. Got us hype for the album. Solid rock song across the board. I gave it an 8.5. Probably would have been higher before the album, but now we know what it went with. So I don't think it's the best on this album, but it's still a great song.
Yeah, I think it's great. Hearing it live was awesome. Obviously, being able to listen to something like this, especially so far before the album, it made me so much more excited to get into this when it first dropped. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Thought it was great all around. Just rocking with the music, you know. I can't give anything on this album lower than an 8.
Yes, you can, and I did. I gave this a 5
Oh,
out
then
of
you're
10.
just stupid. I'm sorry.
So
You're
the note I have on this just says Mortal Kombat with a question mark. And that's because the intro of this song, for whatever reason, just reminded me of like the Mortal Kombat theme song, and I could
Hold
not
on.
disassociate it.
I hear
Hold
you
on.
now
No.
you're saying
Like
that.
it sounds like the like test your might part of the Mortal Kombat theme song. And I was just sitting there, I was like, this is Mortal Kombat.
God damn it.
Is Ethan pulling up the clip on
I
his
Hold
just
on.
pulled it up.
No,
I just pulled it up on my phone.
I'm
listened
pulling
to
up
that
the
little
song.
bit.
I'm pulling up the song.
I can see that.
It sounds like Mortal Kombat.
I can definitely
So
hear
I
it
was-
now, but
It's swung Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
I could not get it out of my head. And so I just like spaced. I was like, this is Mortal Kombat song. And then words came in and it tripped me up.
So I'm kind of beating a dead horse to stick on this one. Never Ending Moment, and this is more of a dead horse from last week. My notes for this one are just literally just the emoji. Because I sat down for like 5 minutes. Like I like this song, I liked it a lot, but I don't really know what to say about it. So I just went,
Mortal
that's fair.
Kombat.
That's why I went with the
Mhm.
history of the song and not notes on it.
yeah, that's fair. I kind of forgot that we listened to this live. I won't be real.
We did hear this one live. I had to go back
We
and
did hear
remember
this
which
one live.
one it was because I knew 3 came out early.
I remember you tried to record it on Snapchat, and you mentioned it, because you're like, we're not going to get this for another week. I want to re-listen to this song, and you recorded it.
A,
Mhm.
I did record it. B, I did not listen to it for another week.
Ow.
I have it, I just didn't listen to it.
I also
Fair.
have the recording of the song.
I do have a recording of a different song that I listen to almost constantly, but we'll get to that.
Fair.
Carson knows about that one.
hmm
But next up is Bad Blood. I said this song was great. He threw in a little bit of southern guitar. Shit goes hard. 9 out of 10. I think this one did this one make my top 3? No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't, but it was.
Did it?
It was pretty close.
It was close.
It was close. So
It did.
Connor, your
Give him the
camera's
pass.
frozen. Oh no, it fixed. Damn.
Ethan, yours is like lagging half a second behind for me.
Yeah.
Is it?
Your
Your
words,
camera's
yeah,
kinda
your
laggy.
words are not matching your mouth. It feels like I'm
Oh,
watching a dubbed
I don't know.
anime or
That's
something.
not- Maybe it.
No way
Somebody
not
give me
to
some
do it.
subtitles.
If the AI can't, then no one will.
Be fair.
But let's move on. I gave Bad Blood a 9 out of 10 as well. Thought it rocked. I also have a little note about the different guitar in there. I don't have much to say. It's just good. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. I'd listen to it like every day.
Good.
Like I'm probably going to from this point on.
I gave this one also a 9 out of 10.
Let's go.
this-
Let's
This
go.
is
Mo.
my-
You got a 9 out of 10.
I mean, you guys have been to my show. This is my wheelhouse
That
of
is
playing.
yeah.
This is what I play. So when you hear someone who's kind of like this weird, like almost alternative indie, like pop, jock rock area, weird own genre kind of thing, it was like, yeah, this is what I play. And this is the song that I could imagine myself being like, yeah, if I was going to learn a Des Rocs song and ask him to play, it'd be this one. I'd pop up there on a telly. This one's going in the playlist for sure.
I give Bad Blood an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I thought you were about to hit us
Yeah,
with
yeah,
some
you hit us
last
with the-
number.
that build-up
And I
like,
was
hate
about
this
to
Blood
song.
jump your
was
fucking
number-
ass, dude.
Remember, Bad
I was
Blood
about
is my
to
number
jump
2.
you.
Oh, okay.
Bad Blood was my number 2 song. You guys gotta remember that.
Your build up to that was like, I hated this song actually.
Yeah, my notes says I fuck with the all around vibe for this song. Like it feels like if like I fuck.
And I hate to inform you this.
I in fact do not fuck.
As you say, it takes two people for that.
It's in the video.
I struggle to talk to women. I have a lot of anxiety about that. Anyways, yeah, no. It kind of reminded me, it's like if Elvis existed in the modern day, right? Like if Elvis like existed in the modern day, it's kind of like a modern take on Elvis Presley.
Oh,
He left
Carson's
He
gone.
fucking killed his camera. Ethan, if you would like to omit that comment from the reel on Monday, let me know. If not, it's
I'm
Sorry, I
don't
need
care.
to recover.
I don't care, bro.
I love how the stream on my screen is like a solid like 15 seconds behind. So I'm just watching his camera gone in real time, and then I look over and see it go off.
Oh, man.
It wasn't even that funny. That wasn't even that funny, Carson.
I know the first thought that
It's-
popped into my mind was it's going in the reel.
Yep.
It was a combination of it's in the reel and then me knowing you as well as I do personally,
Yeah.
and hearing those words come out of your mouth.
I struggle to talk to women.
That
Just in the middle of, oh, it was a 10. Fuck you, Logan. I struggle to talk to women.
We're gonna have to like after we get through like 15 of these, we're just gonna have reels of like the stupidest sayings we've had on the goddamn
I'm telling you,
podcast.
we have to have like a game show, like a end of the year
I'm
award for like
composed now.
who said the
Camera's back.
stupidest thing.
I'll
On the
make I'll make
podcast.
It's you. It's 100% you.
I'll make a
I don't know.
podcast,
We did call him Oedipusy and Sissy Fister. So
Oedipusy was good though. Oedipusy was good.
I'll do a funniest moments on the podcast compilation at the end of the year.
Please.
Fair.
just put in the entire podcast that Ethan recorded, where it sounds like a fucking vacuum cleaner.
That's
Oh
my
no,
bad,
not the
bro.
vacuum cleaner podcast.
Sucks.
That's my
that was
bad,
our
bro.
first good one.
Yeah, this is the one that everyone just universally agreed on, liking a lot, and then.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Hey, that sounds like Ethan's music taste, so maybe it was intentional.
No.
I also love
Also-
the intermittent music coming from Connor's mic.
So,
Well, on stream it's constant.
yeah, on
yeah.
the stream that runs the whole time.
For us, it's broken up.
It's very, very important that that's on, or it's going to be awful. Because you either get the dead silence or my computer fan rattling when it chooses to do that, which was, I think, Chumbawamba did that the whole time.
Oh my god. Chumbawamba was
that's a fair
actively killing
album
your
to do it.
computer.
Yeah. I was like, if it had to happen to any of them, I'm glad it was that one.
And it was not Chumbawamba. Chumbawamba deserves our respect, guys.
No.
Name another Chumbawamba song right now other than Tub Thumper.
Drip,
Mary,
drip,
Mary.
I was gonna say,
Oh
yes,
my
drip,
god,
drip,
that don't count. You have PTSD.
drip.
I got you, Mary, Mary.
On top of the world, or ole ole ole.
Ole.
Why do you know Chumbawamba songs? Are you a fan?
I love Chumbawamba.
Yeah,
I'm
they
in
broke
fact
up-
the Tub
Bro.
Thumper.
I was so disappointed when they broke up in 2012.
Dude, I was devastated as
I
an
cried.
11-year-old.
As a 12-year-old, I was crying.
I wonder if
I've
we
been
made the
crying
Chumbawamba
since
subreddit.
12.
Probably not.
We're probably the most modern Chumbawamba content in existence.
Yeah.
They're all just
Fair.
freaking out
So
because
I
we
looked
talked
it
about
up a few days
Chumbawamba.
ago. Not a few weeks ago, I looked it up. I just typed in Chumbawamba, and we were like the 10th thing down on the list.
I remember you showed me that.
My stomach's acting
Alright,
up. I'm gonna be
while
bathroom.
Logan fact checks to make sure we're still relevant.
Bathroom. Hold on.
Oh, alright, we wait.
Continue.
Oh, it's chill out time with us three. Cool.
Chumbawamba
alright,
confirmation time.
Chumbawamba.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th thing is oh geez, mine doesn't even pop up on mine.
Really?
Yeah, like
I'll
I'm
look
still
it up.
scrolling.
Let me see.
But ironically enough, oh here it is. It's the first one in shorts though. It is the first shorts. Is the album play.
That's awesome. Mine is like the 6th thing in shorts, and then the 2nd thing in the 2nd row of shorts. Maybe it was Tub Thumper included in that. Let me confirm.
Yeah, are you running into the same thing I am, where it's just the album?
Yeah. It might have been because it was that week that I looked it up.
Yeah, if you type in Tub Thumper, it doesn't pop up.
Mm.
How are we making Chumbawamba history over here? We're the most relevant thing to happen to Chumbawamba in 11 years. How does that make you guys feel? 4 morons
Pretty proud.
that sit in their room. 4 morons that sit in their rooms for like an hour and a half every Friday are the most relevant thing to happen to Chumbawamba in 11 years.
Damn, we have lost our relevancy in the Chumbawamba world.
I'm just waiting to get lit up by the Tub Thumpers of Reddit.
If anybody's gonna light us up, it's gonna be the Leve fans, Carson.
Yeah, where's your public apology?
Oh yeah, I guess I should do that now. I'm so sorry for saying your name wrong. I had no idea I was wrong. And Connor didn't fucking correct me.
I will say we talked about her on that Saturday after your show, and I let him say it wrong like 7 times.
Yeah, he never
And then I
corrected me in the car.
corrected him so that we would get content out of it.
He's content farming my stupidity, which is an amazing idea.
I'm content farming reality.
See, this is why my song of the week is always someone who's easy to pronounce.
It's okay, because the one person who gave a shit has an Overwatch profile picture, so we're good.
It is very, very valid. It's actually almost too valid. It's kind of scary. I've really thought about just picking like a really hard to find song as the song of the week, so Connor has to spend way more time editing than he needs to.
Yeah, that's gonna get harder and harder. I'm gonna have more shit to do at work. They're gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Like, "This is important. Shut up." This is gonna get 200 views in 30 seconds and then never move again.
What?
The reels.
Oh. Sorry,
TikTok
dude, I had-
tops out at about 250, and then we'll never move again, except for the one Logan's short last week on YouTube. Fucking exploded.
Oh yeah, Peter Frampton.
Peter Frampton went crazy. 1.3K.
Yeah, I do want to apologize, but dude, my stomach's been like fucked up all day for today for some reason. So,
Unfortunate.
anyways,
It's Skyline time.
Yeah, I did not have Skyline today.
Wow.
Are we doing Natural Born Thriller?
Yep, that's next. Natural
Okay,
Born
sorry.
Thriller. I had wrote for sure breaks into the top 3 songs. This probably could have been my number 2. I like this one a lot. Still has some of the southern rock aspects I heard in some of the guitars throughout, and I was like, this goes just a little bit harder than Bad Blood, and that's why I made the top 3. I gave this one also a 9 out of 10.
This one was my top song of the album. I really love this one. Yeah, it really made me kind of remember some of the older Des songs, like that voice coming back through and that style coming back through. And that's something I have a little bit of nostalgia about now, even though I've, 2020, 2021?
Not 22, maybe.
I don't remember when that show at Scully's was.
Give me a second.
Like a couple months ago.
Yeah, not as long ago as
Oh,
you
wait,
think it is.
no. Yeah, probably not.
I seem to remember Ethan going to it, so it's in modern days.
Hold up.
I was dating Jessie, so it's within the past year and a half.
We're going to what?
Des Rocs.
Yeah.
July 23rd, 2022.
2022.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I just broke it with Tara recently. That time.
That would have been like just after we got back.
But that was the first one, not the one Ethan went to.
Oh, that would have been in April
yeah.
then.
Yeah, ours
So
was in
still
April.
post.
Ours was
And you
Post
introduced
Tara.
me to him a little bit before that,
Yeah.
with like Ruby and MMC.
Mhm.
Yeah, it brought back some of that older sound that I really fell in love with when I first started listening to him. And I gave this one a 10 out of 10. I think it's a really good. It's one of his really good songs.
Be looking up at Logan to see if he gave it a fucking 2.
Yeah, Logan's gonna give it like a fucking 1.
I gave this one an 8 out of 10. It made my top 3.
Holy shit!
It felt like another kind of southern rock song, but more of his sound was coming through, which I can always appreciate when an artist chooses their own sound, but to mix it up, and I love that. I think that's the key to music. So I think this is a really well done song, but you know how it is. I prefer the other one over just a tiny bit. It's just more me, but that's semantics.
Anyways. I gave it an 8 out of 10. As well as yeah. No, I just really fucked with the song. I think I do prefer that more southern, like, alternative rock thing that Des does, because, like, part of the reason, like, I like MMC so much, I do love me some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type shit. That shit goes hard. But overall, the song, like, I don't know, I had a lot of fun listening to this song. It's really awkward though, because like my brain is like really excited to listen to this song, but my body was just so physically drained. And at lunch break, my head's like, yeah, but my body's like, just like Connor's resting bitch face, basically.
Sorry, I was not here a second ago. I will point out before we move on, after listening to Natural Born Thriller today, I turned on, what's it called? Used to the Darkness. That song, they're very similar songs.
Used to the Darkness is one of my favorites from him, so that's probably why I rated this one so high. It's his number 1 song in general, isn't it? Used to the Darkness?
I think so. It's that or Ruby.
Oh no, I don't even think Ruby's in his top 10.
Is it?
I've heard of Ruby before.
Used to the Darkness is number 1.
Ruby's a pretty good show.
Yeah, Ruby's not in the top
Or
10.
it was.
Ruby's in like the top 20.
Oh yeah,
Ruby's not
sure.
good at 3.
Although the Apple Music ranking thing is not top song.
It's not accurate.
That's not how that works. I found out.
It's weird.
You want to know how? You want to know how it is? Check Big Dale's. If it's not Pop Tart, then it's not right.
Fair.
Pop Tart followed by the Legend, then.
I'll check Apple Music right now.
On Apple, I don't know what the fuck it is on the other ones, but. He's searching.
Also, Ruby stopped being a good show after like season 3. Should be real. Also, Pop Tart is number 1 on
What's number
Apple
2?
Music. Screets.
Yep, it's not top songs. The Legend has about 150 views on Screets.
The Legend is number 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then Come With Me is number 4.
Yep.
I wonder if it's like I wonder if it's like shares or something like that.
I think it's like taking into account recent listens. It's not all time listens. I think it's a certain amount of time in between. Because like the number 1 song, like if you drop a song, that ends up being your number 1 for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Usually, unless you're, if you're small enough to where that those small numbers affect.
Fair.
That's why Dez's top songs are all the first couple EPs.
Dude, my ADHD going crazy right now. I can't fucking sit still.
Oh, you took it from me, because I've been doing all right this podcast. Anyway,
Gosh.
In the Night. So I saw this song. He posted a clip of the orchestra he got for this song in the booth recording the fucking parts for the background of this song. And I have that.
When did you show me that?
Let me get a date on it, but either way, I recorded that off his story and then watched it fucking constantly.
You actually sent it to me when it was on his story.
Yeah. It was December 14th, so I've been watching that for a little bit now.
Yeah.
It's been like, this song is going to be great. Just waiting for it to come out. And yeah, I called it from the beginning that this was going to be my number 1 song, and I was goddamn right. I gave this one a 10 out of 10. But I will say, I think it should have been the last song. It should have closed out the album, but I'll get to why I know it couldn't have during the next one.
I also gave the song a 10 out of 10. It got super hyped up for me. Thank you, Connor. And it did not disappoint. I was so excited for this one. It didn't disappoint. And I just love the song.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I had no notes on it. I think it was just like I was like, yeah, it was solid. It was pretty good.
Anytime anyone says no notes, we should just plaster the thumbs up emoji in the middle of the screen. Anyways, I gave In the Night a 9 out of 10. This was my top song as well as Connor's. This song was fucking top tier, dude. Like, I don't know. This song made me a little emotional. I was just like, damn, this dude really popping off right now.
And then you were hit with the last song on the album.
Yeah, we'll get into my notes for that later. I don't think you want to know what my notes are for the last song on the album.
I'm guessing you cried.
No.
I'm
No.
surprised.
I was too dehydrated to cry.
You tried.
Yeah, I remember I was listening. I got the record on Wednesday, so I was listening to it days leading up to the actual release. And I remember the first time I was running it, this song came on, and I look over and didn't see the needle at the end. And I was like, what the fuck is after this? And can't say I expected him to 180 into the saddest song I've ever heard, but yeah, not really the saddest song I've ever heard, but into like a sad song after all that. I was not prepared for that. I still think In the Night should have been the ending. However, I don't think Up to You could go anywhere else. I don't know where else I would have placed it.
I completely agree with that. I don't see that song being anywhere else.
Yeah. It's a really good way to end the album, even though it should have been the other one. I gave this one a 9 out of 10. I really like this song. Despite the slight amount of whiplash I got from the rest of the album into this.
Yeah, I gave this one a 9 out of 10. It got me a little emotional. It got me a little, in the feels. And I feel like if I were going through a rough time and I had this song, I would play it and take a 2-hour-long shower. Just melt my fucking skin off and cry in the shower.
Real.
Carson shows up to the podcast next week with no skin.
I'm just red.
Oh man, I'm screwed. I gave this one a 5 out of 10.
You're fucking stupid.
It was
damn.
really just in the sense of an album. It didn't fit to me. Like it's a good way to end an album, just not this one. If that makes sense. It really.
I hate how you give such low ratings and then you speak in such a way that's like it makes sense. I hate that it's rated so low, but you're making sense with your words.
Like it's, you know me, I'm not gonna
like
shit
your
on
funny
any
words,
music,
Magic Man.
but it just, I don't know. I really like the song, just not in the context of after everything that was before, especially the 3 that came into it being like pretty much almost hype up songs, and then it was just like, boom, it's over. And it kind of, to me, almost feels like a grab to want to start the album again, which if that were the case, I bet this flows really good into the first song. But
Have this shit on loop.
yeah, it's probably what it's designed for. It's that, or he just wrote this song out of passion and then decided to put it on, and that I can always be okay with.
The album art does have multiple of his logos stacked onto each other, so maybe...
Bro, we're
Maybe.
Easter egg hunting.
Easter egg hunting Des Rocs right now.
This shit came out today.
I won't be real. I'm going to defend this being the last song a little bit. I feel like, especially the last song had so much like passion behind it, and this song definitely had that, still just in a different tone, right? And like in the last song, it's very like, I want to say harsh, or like very exclamatory. It's almost like he's like pouring everything out of his chest, and once you pour everything out, there's nothing left to do but cry in a way. So finishing up something like that with like a somber song in a way makes sense.
Yeah, well, what me and Connor were saying, we were saying that this shouldn't be the last song. We were just saying that we even both said like we don't think it would fit anywhere else.
Oh yeah, no, I heard what you. Yeah,
Yeah, like I
But that's
think
kinda
there's
like-
no need to defend this being the last song at all.
yeah. No, I just felt like I thought I felt the need to like defend it still in a way, not necessarily defend, but like explain my thought process and why I'm like completely satisfied. I still gave it a lower score than you guys. I did give Up to You a 7 out of 10. In my notes for it says maybe I should call her.
Don't.
I don't worry. I have zero intentions to.
I'll clip that and send it to her.
Do not.
Also on the reel. I'm bad at talking to women. I should call her. And then in the night playing and it's like full volume.
Followed up with I'm a bottom.
But I'm a bottom has to be bass boosted for some reason.
Nope.
Yeah, because I'm a power bottom.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Overall thoughts. I wrote, Des does not miss. Hell yeah, I'm biased on this album. I don't give a shit. This album was great. Songs make my balls want to explode.
Okay.
I will point out. All
right.
That's going in the reel.
Oh yeah, for sure. He really dropped Manic Memories and then did nothing with it. I fully expected that to be somewhere on this album.
I thought it would be too.
He dropped that as a single and it was just like, yeah, moving on.
See, my overall, I'm a Des Dick Rider for life. I love all of his music. He doesn't miss, and I feel like the direction he's going with his music is peak. I feel like he's gonna peak here soon, and he's just gonna explode.
That's going in the reel right before my balls explode.
Mm-hmm. One of my first listens to the songs on this album, I think it was one of the pre-release songs. I think it was "I'm the Lightning." My initial thought was, "God damn it! I'm gonna paint my walls white." You know, first listen to it, I'm gonna paint my ceiling or walls white.
You can see real time me and Logan processing what you just said.
I processed
Took me a
it very,
second.
very
I was
quickly.
like-
I'm just like, I don't know how to respond.
I was like,
That's one of those you gotta get it jokes.
yeah, it was.
You were like,
too
paint my
fucking out of
walls.
it.
My brain went one direction, then you were like, white. No,
I
moving
was.
on.
I thought you were
What the
about
fuck?
to be like. I thought you were about to go the Kurt Cobain route.
Yeah, I was like, that's sad, man.
God, I don't know. My overall thoughts on the album was I've never listened to Des Rocs before this, and I haven't listened to anything other than this, obviously, as I listened to this not that long ago. But I think this was kind of the perfect introduction. It had a little bit of everything for everyone. It seems like it's kind of like the Beatles, where it's like there's gonna be something you can find that you can like in anything. So yeah, it's pretty cool to listen to.
My overall thoughts on the album were pretty. It's just like, yeah, this is more of Des Rocs. He does what he's good at, and it's honestly, I think my biggest thing and point of contention of Des Rocs and how good he is comes from his passion for music. Like in everything he does, it's like social media posts and all the marketing shit. He did everything he does is it comes from a sense of passion. Also, watching his stories and just watching him walk around New York makes him feel like a real person, which I think helps. A lot of celebrities don't feel like real people. And granted, Des Rocs isn't like an A-list celebrity, but you get my point. He feels like an
I
was gonna say one day,
but he feels like a real person. He's someone we've made somewhat of a genuine connection with as fans. And like I said, he's a very passionate man, and he loves his fans. Like the first thing he did after getting off stage is run down to the merch area and just meet everybody.
Yeah. And occasionally message us back on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very occasionally.
Every once in a while.
It still matters that he put in the effort to message us back.
I feel like it should be known on the podcast. We did invite him on.
We did.
There was an invitation,
Bold
and
claims.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely think he might have accepted it had he had the time.
Had he not dropped the album today, he might have.
Yeah.
done it.
I'm sure he's prepping for a tour or something since the album
he had
just
it on the
came
story.
out.
He was moving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we're like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
come
why
on
he
this
couldn't-
podcast. He's like, I gotta move all my shit, man.
He's in the U-Haul on Discord, yeah, I rate this song as a 10 out of 10. I wrote it.
I wrote it on the best.
Alright, so we'll go into flow, then album art, then overall. So
Even though we just gave our overall thoughts.
yeah, we didn't
Just
do
thoughts,
we
no
didn't do
notes.
ranking. Or
Gotcha.
the final ranking of everything. So yeah, flow, I give this one a 9 out of 10. I think with looking past the last song. Last song is a little bit of whiplash, which makes it not a 10, but it's still great, so I give it a 9 out of 10.
Fuck you, 10 out of 10.
God damn. You all really
I think it's amazing.
Now it's time for Logan.
Here's
Do you
dick
want to know
writing.
how much of a dick writer I am?
Listen, you dick right.
You-
Listen,
hold on, let's measure.
Dick right Haley Williams. It's fine.
Who do you think is the bigger Des Dick Rider, me or Connor?
You.
You want to say that? Motherfucker, I wore 2 pieces of merch to this podcast.
I have his signature right
I
here.
have it over there on 2 things. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I carry this one with me every day. It's in the back of my phone
This one's
case.
on my wall.
Will say. Yeah. Real flex stands up and it's like Des Rocs signed my balls.
There's nothing left.
Real
sorry.
flex, he's in this closet right now.
I kidnapped
give you
him.
the win on that one. You could take it.
I
there.
kidnapped him. It's like I kidnapped him today from his New York apartment.
Oh man. Well, I gave it a 7 out of 10 on the flow. And it's the last song that did it. I thought everything else flowed really well. It would have been a 9 until you hit the end. Bam. It is like a full 180. And like I said, really good song, really good album ender, just not this one.
Yeah, I gave the flow a 7 as well. I'll be real. I didn't feel it didn't do anything special. I know you guys keep criticizing me for it, but it's just the songs fit, but that's what I expect an album to do. I expect the songs to fit together well. So there's no Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday type shit going on. It simply sticks around like a 7, 8 at the highest.
We gotta find this man an album where all 10 to 12 songs flow into each other.
Dude,
That's what he wants.
Connor, you know exactly what I want. Yeah,
You just
that's kinda
want
what I
Leonard
expect.
Skinner then.
That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Actually,
He's a
very
super,
good
like-
every
example.
song
like
to be 8 minutes
AC/DC.
long.
Where they're all 3 chords. It's the same 3 chords.
Before we get into the album art, I'm gonna point out Logan always starts off being like, "You guys are gonna hate me," and then gives like the fairest judgment of the song ever told.
He's completely unbiased.
It's like, "You guys are gonna hate me. It's a 7."
All 3
Like,
people
that's
here
still
have
really
met
good.
the man.
A 7's great for Logan. Holy shit.
Great for Logan. That's the key
Yeah.
phrase.
That's the key. Right, 7's great for Logan.
I mean, really, I think 6 is like my average, like
I
score.
No, dude. After Paramore, your average
Your
is
average
like
is
8.
fucked.
Paramore 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
You got the number of 9s right. Look at him go.
He says his average is a 6, and then in the first episode of the podcast claimed that a song on Belmont was the 10. Like, there has to be one on every album.
I have not given every album. Not every
Yeah, no,
album.
but
Like,
you made it seem like you were going to in the first
Wait.
episode.
Let's go down the list of albums with a 10 on it. So we had Belmont. We had Polyphia. We had... Did you give one to Orpheus?
I don't think you did.
no.
No. I think you gave one to Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
He gave Tub Thumper a 10 out of 10.
And
No, I
then
didn't.
No, he didn't give.
Mary.
He
Because
gave
Tub
Mary
Thumper
Mary.
wasn't
You're
even.
right. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Tub Thumper's not
No, I don't think I
top
gave
three.
Mary. I think I gave Mary like a 9.
Well, it doesn't matter because you gave Paramore like 8.
Your average is fucked.
You have more 10 out of 10s in 4 podcasts than I probably will the entire run of this thing.
He's got more.
Dude, I'm not a nitpicky bitch,
than
Logan.
You have 8s.
Well, it's because the fucking Paramore album is right. You made me review Riot, okay? Leave me alone.
Fair.
All right, next up is album art. I gave this one a 10 out of 10. I can't think of anything that's wrong with it. And that's how I'm probably going to do album arts, is not go by it being great and more being what is wrong with this album art.
Mhm.
Which will then justify my 6 for Belmont.
Fair.
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty basic, but I also like the overall vibe of it.
Yeah, so I gave this a 5 out of 10, and that was because I had no clue what the fuck Des Rocs' logo was. So that was just like, I was like, what's this weird fucking W thing?
It's like the Prince thing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just so confused. But I think the background, the rest of it, like knowing what it is now, yeah, I'd say it's like a 7, 8 out of 10. But my previous ranking was a 5.
Yeah, I gave the album art an 8 out of 10. I really liked the design of the album, and I definitely like the color scheming. That like you don't see a lot of people use that purplish like. I'm sorry, I'm using your vinyl record for reference
Yeah,
point
no,
right now to talk about
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, like how like the purplish scheme of it on the background is super nice because like it's purple's an underused color. Okay.
Yeah, and it goes really well with like the orange and the pinks in there.
Exactly, dude. It's beautiful. Like the color choice is fucking top tier. It's like it's a little simple, but simple's not always a bad thing. Simple's very good in this case. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I fuck with it a lot. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah. You can put it down now. Thank you.
I was gonna think back on some of the other album arts we had. I don't think any of the ones we've had have been that. Fuck. None of the ones we've had have been that crazy, in terms of not being simple.
Yeah.
Polyphia was a little wild, but
Yeah.
still was just thing on background.
Belmont was a little crazy. They had but they had like
Belmont was
too much
definitely-
going on.
Belmont
That's
was
good.
definitely the most going on, but
It was,
Yeah, but
I
it
think there was
wasn't
too
centered.
much going on.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't
it-
centered.
It wasn't centered, and there was too much going on. Honestly, I thought like Belmont had too much going on in theirs.
Ooh.
All right, so we'll move on to music overall. So I gave this Well, counting up everything, I gave this one ended up with an 8.8, and I'm just gonna round up to a 9.
For me, it was a 9 overall. I didn't do the average. I'm sure average, I would have averaged out to like 9.5 or something like that. But yeah, I think this is a great album to listen to. It'd be a great album to show people to get them into Des. And but like all albums, it's not perfect. Other than Tub Thumper by Chumbawamba, that is a 10 out of 10 album.
I literally gave Paramore a 10 out of 10. Shut the fuck up. That is Paramore's Ride album is a perfect 10 out of 10. And
Yeah, I rank it the same as Chumbawamba's.
I'm gonna fucking kiss you.
Going in the reel.
And that's going to the reel. this reel's just going to be Ethan, and then my balls are exploding, and then my face going.
Well, now we gotta put it in there. Vine boom into In the Night climax.
I gave
the
it
climax of Carson with his walls.
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
I'm just giving Connor content.
What do you mean?
We are the
That's
farm.
OnlyFans content.
all two of our fans. Honestly, we would make more money on OnlyFans.
Album Book Club OnlyFans account win.
It's just these videos put up on OnlyFans. We don't do anything
Yeah.
different.
Oh no. Show a little nip every once in a while.
I'm just shirtless. That's the only difference. I'm just shirtless half the time.
All of us are shirtless.
Yeah.
For one frame every 5 minutes.
Yes.
Alright. I gave this a 7 out of 10 overall. I do think it's a really good album to introduce someone to. I only gave it a 7 out of 10 as there were just a couple songs that weren't my taste. And that's not at the fault of Des, nor at the fault of me. That's just music taste.
I gave this album an 8 out of 10, and I really, because like I said, I like Des Rocs, and I think there's a lot of passion and feeling behind this album, and like he's done that with all of his other songs, music that I've listened to personally. And so he definitely continues that trend here, and I think that's really important. I don't see a lot of musicians this passionate, I guess. And like outside like the local scene here in Cincinnati, I suppose, but that's also because I have limited experience to the local scene in Cincinnati.
So yeah, I guess we're moving on to Song of the Day.
Yes, sir.
Alright, my Song of the Day is Candle Flame by Jungle. Came out a couple weeks ago on a very odd for my music taste album. They're kind of like a disco dance album. And just some of the songs are less in my wheelhouse, but a lot of them ended up being really good. And that I said that like I had something else to say about it.
Well, my song of the day is Wayne by Des Rocs. With this being pretty much the Des Rocs episode, I really wanted to include one of his singles in here, and I really like Wayne. Wayne is one of his really good singles.
He's gonna be so mad at how many times we tag him next week.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna be pissed.
He's like, bro, leave me alone.
Motherfucker.
All right, boys, I need
My
absolute
hair's fucked up.
silence, and I'm sorry, but I am gonna bring the mood down. My song of the day is "Shatter" by Code Orange. It's the entrance theme song to a wrestler in WWE who died yesterday at the age of 36. It's my little way to be able to pay tribute to Bray Wyatt. Gone too soon, way too soon, and all the respect to his family. Hope everyone does okay. Us here at the podcast are feeling for them all.
Before we get into my song of the day, I want you to know, Logan, my first mosh pit I ever got into was to Code Orange, so it's pretty interesting. I'm also going to hit you with some depressing news. This song is a tribute to Tim Furyk. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his last name, but he is the late bassist of Dance Gavin Dance, who, before they started touring for Jackpot Juicer, which started this week, he passed away in April, so that's why the tour dates got pushed back. So my song of the day is "The Ghost of Billy Royalton" by Dance Gavin Dance.
Damn.
Fuck, way to end this podcast. Super fucking depressing, guys.
No,
We even up to the
whoa.
depressed guys. Oh,
I had to pay. I gotta pay tribute.
I
You
really
know.
hope no one pays attention to that.
You know what the sucky part is too? I didn't think about it. I said he died Oh, that's not going in the reel anyway. But
Yeah.
he died yesterday per this podcast.
I was
But
gonna
when the
ask
reel
if you
goes
wanted
out,
the whole speech in the reel.
no, just put a little comment that says like our hopes and prayers go out to the Rotunda family and like tag WWE, tag Bray
I'll let you do
Wyatt.
the caption this week.
Yeah, I'll type it up. and
Write it
send
how
it
you
to you.
want it. I won't mess with that.
Will say though, I didn't know that they lost their bass player. I did back in April,
I didn't either.
and so it's just like, and that's why they dropped this single. It's a tribute to him. So it's like,
Mhm.
damn, I feel like I gotta mention this now for sure. Anyways,
Yeah, I had like as of yesterday, I had a completely different song of the day, and then that news came out, and I just had to
Yeah.
change it.
I get that. Anyways, time to spin the wheel.
Yeah.
We're spinning
It's-
the wheel.
Wheel time.
So this week we have two new additions:
Hell
Zoot
yeah.
Suit Riot
I
by
love
Cherry
the Cherry
Poppin'
Poppin'
Daddy,
Daddies. Let's go.
and then Slash
Cherry
4
Poppin'
by
Daddy.
Slash. So let's see what we get.
It's gonna be the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
I hope it is. That's such a banger of an
No
album.
way.
It's Slash.
It's Slash.
It's Slash!
Let's go. Your boy has the collector's edition. I have like the actual demos from when they did it.
All right, I'm turning off the stream now. There we go.
All right, so it looks like we're doing Slash. It's featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. Which, if you guys don't know, Miles Kennedy was the lead singer of Creed after Creed left, and they called themselves Alter Bridge. I think this is a really good pick for you guys to maybe venture into Alter Bridge and like them too. So I'm really excited to show you it.
I'm excited. I like Slash. He's a cool dude.
This is Slash's guitar playing. If Axl Rose wasn't an asshole.
Gotcha. Also, so is this instrumental, or are we looking? Is there lyrics involved too, or is this purely instrumental?
It's lyrics. That's why
Okay.
Miles Kennedy's there. Miles Kennedy's the singer.
Okay.
So it's really good. C'est la vie. Mint.
Alright.
Cool.
That's all we got on the Album Book Club podcast. We'll see you next week on Thursday, because a lot of shit's going on Friday.
Yes, sir.
That's all we got.